Here goes the World War III news. We have the president of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, putting out a warning that the conflict in Israel could sprue into a world war. He even said that our aircraft carriers can go down, which I even said that that's a possibility in this war. Anyways, check this out.
When they direct the vector more against the Americans than against the Jews or Palestinians, the Americans are fueling this. We need to put an end to this. Are you saying what could happen? There could be a third world war. It can start from there too. How? If they start fighting with Iran, it is no longer Iran that is tugging at them, but they are starting to tug at the Iranians. Well, why? Do they have facts that Iran is involved in this? Any facts? Put them on the table and we'll take a look. But no one has made a claim against Iran based on any facts. Nobody presented it. Yes, Shahida missiles are flying there. Drones are flying there. Listen. This is how your drones and missiles fly in Ukraine.
This is how your weapons and missiles fly in Ukraine. I knew this was going to come back to hunt everybody. Now that the West is fueling up the war in Ukraine, then Russia's going to fuel up wars in other regions, and so is Iran, and so is China. This is why we're marking them as the axis of evil. No, I didn't forget about the part about the aircraft carriers. Here you go.
Americans, having brought up strike air groups and aircraft carriers there, start bombing from the Mediterranean Sea. Although I don't think they are crazy. Bombing some countries, and especially Iran, then Iran will respond, and it is not a fact that the aircraft carrier will survive in the Mediterranean Sea. They will drown it. This is a catastrophe. Therefore, there are a lot of things that indicate that a serious conflict may break out.
Facts, this world could spiral out of control as Iran is already doing deals with China, and China said that they would defend Iran's sovereignty. We have Israel starting to raise their flags in some parts of Gaza. Yep. This is a start to a crazy war. And then we got this. Yeah, some of the footage from the airstrikes last night. Crazy, right? Then we got this huge protest in New York. Yeah. I told people this can come home. This gonna be felt across the world. China says they strongly oppose any external forces interfering in Iran's internal affairs. Here's the one about Belarus saying that World War III might start from the Middle East. Even though y'all saw the speech, I thought I would give a source. Iran is now saying that the armed forces have their finger on the trigger. And they're talking about Houthi and the Hezbollah in Syria who could all launch attacks against Israel. Not only that, they're talking about themselves, even though the United States has been threatening Iran. Now that the ground operations are now getting started, Iran is now asking the world to unite against Israel. We have Russia deploying troops to Belarus to give training on drone operations in Ukraine. I really think the Ukraine war is going to escalate with everything else. The Chinese media put out another war warning against the United States, saying projecting China's actions in the Indo-Pacific region is dangerous and will worsen the risk of friction and conflict, meaning things could get worse and start a war. Netanyahu is now saying that the Gaza war has entered a new stage and will be long and difficult. This coming after he met with the families. This is not a good sign. More news next.